I've got huge altcoin news for you. Wall Street giant Franklin Templeton has filed for an XRP spot ETF. And as you can imagine, BlackRock is right behind them. And Fidelity has filed for staking in its Ethereum ETF, and VanEck has filed for an Avalanche Avax trust. This is really big. And the SEC has delayed the approval of altcoin ETFs. This is not all bad. They may be waiting for the new SEC chair. I'll give you the details. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, we are seeing a nice bounce for Bitcoin here. It is currently over $83,000, touching the 200-day moving average, which we talked about yesterday, that the market had to show a reversal to get out from below this moving average, because when the market is below this for a long time, it's a bear market, right? We literally talked about this yesterday. So this is a good sign. And we continue to see the DXY collapsing. I mean, just look at it, guys, massive red candle. Now it will find some bounces along the way down, right? Nothing goes down in a straight line, just like nothing goes up in a straight line, but a very good sign. And global liquidity is surging. We are seeing a breakout of the M2 money supply globally, guys. This is the data, and what we've seen, Bitcoin is highly correlated to this. In fact, all risk assets are, the stock market and much more. So Bitcoin and the crypto market will catch up to this. But the fact that this is going up, the central banks around the globe are printing. China is doing a lot of stimulus, so global liquidity is rising. And as I've been saying, the United States will return to this. They're going to raise the debt ceiling soon. How do they pay for all this? They got to print. This is the status quo. There's no way around it. They have to do this because it's the fiat currency system, guys. So once you understand this underlying principle, you don't have to panic. And that as long as they keep printing, and they have to unless they change the system, asset prices will rise. So a very good sign. Now, going back to Bitcoin, it did confirm its daily bullish divergence. So a lot of metrics here and signals showing a great reversal setting up here. Crypto Wizard says a bullish divergence. The market is under pressure, but the second bullish divergence of the year on the daily time frame has formed. If CPI isn't higher, there's a strong chance of relief. Weather the storm. So as I said in yesterday's podcast, guys, we are not out of the bull market yet. There hasn't been an invalidation. Now, there are warning signs, like I highlighted, that whales are starting to slow their accumulation. That's not a good sign, right? Bitcoin whales, that is. And there were some other signals, but overall, the different signals and metrics are still pointing to a bull market. And we got some relief today with the tariff news, which has been a whirlwind. It's just madness, right? One day it's on, next day it's off. It's just crazy. But that is just short-term noise, in my opinion. As long as global liquidity is going up, the DXY is crashing, risk assets will continue, guys. So this is all looking really good. And I'm bullish. I am bullish. I know some of you are going to say, you're crazy, Tony. But guys, I'm bullish on the data, not because I feel bullish, not because I woke up feeling great today, not because Bitcoin's bouncing, but the data shows me that the bull market is still on. So a really good sign here. Now, obviously, I don't want to get too excited because we're not out of the woods yet. There could still be more volatility before we actually find some strength. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying here, and that I have a macro view, right? Some people are chomping at the bit for higher prices. I want higher prices, but I'm not emotional about it, because that is how you get trapped, and you don't want to invest with your emotions. I hope you understand what I'm saying and why I keep pointing you to signals, metrics, the charts, the data, and much more. And I keep harping on this because I'm trying to help you guys break out of that emotional pattern of investing, guys. We all have to unlearn it because we're trained through society, media, and so forth. But the smart money, the institutional investors, they don't operate by emotions, guys. They don't panic in these things. They know how to buy. Look at what Warren Buffett has done. I mean, the man, he shows how patience is so important. And the saying of time in the markets is better than trying to time the market, right? So very, very important to understand these things. Guys, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold. Uphold is a great crypto platform. I've been using them since 2018. Guys, I've never had an issue with them. They're easy to use, and they have 300 plus cryptocurrencies on their platform, Bitcoin and all the top altcoins. Best of all, guys, they are fully reserved. They don't commingle or lend out your crypto funds, and you can review their transparency report. And I've interviewed the CEO, CFO, and many representatives from this platform. And like I said, I'm a user. And guys, they have staking. You can earn up to 17.6% rewards on your crypto. And they also have a great rewards program for stablecoins where you can earn up to 5.25%. This rewards program also gives you 24-hour early access to new tokens. And to participate, you just have to log in once per month, deposit $50 once per month, and trade $50 once per month. And the stablecoins they support are Circle's USDC, Ripple's RLUSD, and PayPal's PYUSD. You earn up to 5% with those, and you can earn up to 5.25% on USBC. So really great program. So if you'd like to learn more, visit the link in the description. Now, guys, huge news coming out of Wall Street. Franklin Templeton, the Wall Street giant with trillions of dollars of assets under management, has filed a prospectus for an XRP ETF. So you see all of these players are in the race to get these altcoin ETFs, whether it be XRP or Solana. And it's a sign of what's to come. If Wall Street wants it, you know it's going to happen. And guys, I tweeted out today that BlackRock is going to be close behind. Larry Fink is not going to let his competitors beat him. So we've seen this story before with the Bitcoin ETF and the Ethereum ETF. Now they're going down the list, XRP, Solana, and more, guys. Huge news. Franklin Templeton is no joke. And I've had Sandy Call from Franklin Templeton on the podcast a couple of times, and they're doing amazing things, guys. They're doing tokenization, obviously ETFs, and much more. So really big news here. Now, Dan from 360 Trader, who I've had on the podcast, and he does great analysis. Make sure you follow him on X. He tweeted out, XRP now has 17 ETFs on file with the SEC. Let me explain. That is 17 Wall Street highways for XRP. But yeah, it's probably over, right? So look at this. Franklin Templeton and these guys are filing for these things as though nothing happened in the market, because they're not looking in the short term. They're not emotional. They're not looking at the hourly and daily, right? They're looking at all data. They have room full of analysts, and they are just crunching numbers while retail's crying and emotional and complaining on social media. I say those things and they may hurt some of you who are new, but I'm trying to wake you up to get you out of that mindset, because I had to go on that journey and that helped me to make money, guys. And that's why I told you guys yesterday that I bought the dip for XRP, Ethereum, and SWI, because the sentiment was so bad. It was at levels that we've seen with March 2020 with the pandemic and December 2022 with the FTX collapse, and at the bottom of the bear market. That's how bad sentiment was, despite a pro-crypto government, despite a Bitcoin reserve and a digital stockpile being created via an executive order from the president last week and the first White House crypto summit. But people are so focused on the price. And don't get me wrong, price is important. It's the value of your portfolio. Hell, I'm in the same boat with you guys. I have a lot of financial goals, and I want higher prices, and I'm walking away from this bull market with some profits, guys. So I'm with you, but you got to have perspective and make sure you keep things balanced and not emotional. Now, we also got news that the SEC is delaying its decision on all of the following: in-kind creation and redemption for spot Bitcoin and ETH ETFs, staking in ETH ETFs, XRP, Solana, Litecoin, and Doge ETFs. Nate Geraci of the ETF store says, no surprise, will just take some time. The new SEC chairman not even in place yet. So I don't view this as bearish, because we've seen this SEC has been very friendly. They've been dropping cases, and I think they want to get all the cases done. And I think they want to have Paul Atkins come into office. They can't do everything before the man gets into office, right? So I think we need Paul Atkins to come in, and then we'll start to see some action on these ETFs. So no cause for alarm here. Once again, no indication from Hester Peirce and the crypto task force that they're out to do something negative here, and they're not singling out one ETF or one altcoin. They're just saying, hey, we're going to hold off on all of these things. But that doesn't mean Wall Street is slowing down. Fidelity today, they filed to add staking to their Ethereum ETF. So we are seeing a lot of players do this. And staking to the ETH ETF is going to bring in a lot of capital and inflows into that ETF, guys, because you'll have the passive income aspect there, which is a great incentive. And we got news that VanEck, another big Wall Street firm, has registered an Avalanche, which its native token is Avax, ETF in the US state of Delaware. We've seen this for XRP and Solana. So, of course, guys, as I've been saying, they're going to go down the top 10, top 15, top 20 lists. And they're going to have ETFs for all of these. And once they have the individual ETFs, they're going to have basket ETFs. So you want to get exposure to the top 5 or the top 10, those index ETFs are coming. Do you see what is setting up here, guys? All of these things will usher in more capital. Have the macro view. Be patient, guys. Very, very bullish news here. Now, in more bullish news, we know the DeFi broker rule from the IRS was bullshit, and last week the Senate voted to repeal it. Well, today the House voted to repeal it, so this thing is dead. So Jake Traversky said the House just overturned the Biden administration's DeFi broker rule, which would have forced providers of non-custodial software to KYC users, which is not possible. So 94 congressional Democrats voted yes. The anti-crypto army is defeated. And as I was saying to you guys all of last year and even the year before, Elizabeth Warren poisoned the well for many Democrats. And because of her position, many of them couldn't go against her, right? It would be political suicide. But now that she has been defeated and Gary Gensler has been defeated, many of them are more confident to come out and say, hey, we're not dying on that hill. We're supporting technology and innovation in the United States. We're going to join our Republican colleagues to get this done. We are seeing a lot of pro-crypto Democrats and forward-thinking Democrats like Richie Torres and even Chuck Schumer. I got to give it to Chuck Schumer, man. He went against Elizabeth Warren even before the election. So really great to see this, guys. Bipartisan support for crypto. Now, today, the Bitcoin Policy Institute had a Bitcoin conference, and you had Michael Saylor, Senator Lummis, and many others participating. But I want to give you the big takeaway. Senator Lummis is going to reintroduce the Bitcoin Act to buy $1 million in Bitcoin. Now, we know Trump established the Bitcoin Reserve, and the plan is to use the Bitcoin, the 200,000 plus Bitcoin the U.S. Marshals seized over the years from bad actors to fund that respective reserve. However, the buying of Bitcoin, I think, is going to be difficult. I don't know if Congress is going to be sold on this because part of what David Sachs, the White House crypto czar, said is that they are not going to use taxpayer dollars, which I think absolutely you should not be using taxpayer dollars for this. But if they can find other avenues of revenue or revenue neutral avenues where it's not a burden on the taxpayer, that could work. Let's see what they come up with. I don't know if this is going to make it this cycle. This could be a 2028, 2030 thing, but look, I could be wrong. Things are moving at a rapid pace, but I feel the buying is going to be a hard sell for Congress overall, especially when you have all the other things in the mix. And Lummis's bill already has 6 co-sponsors. So we're seeing support, but how do you sell the rest of Congress, right? And once again, I'm not a hater. I'm not anti the U.S. government buying Bitcoin. It's just I know how government works, and sometimes they're very slow, and this is very new. It's going to be a bit of a hard sell, but hey, I could be wrong. And if maybe it happens, and this is what sends Bitcoin to $200,000 this cycle, I don't know. We'll see. Guys, final news item here related to that. The Texas lawmaker introduces bill to buy $250 million in Bitcoin and crypto. So we're seeing on the state level, even Bitcoin reserve bills being pushed through. Not all states. Some states have rejected it, but we're seeing Texas, Utah, these things have made it through the House and the Senate, and they're in their final phases of getting approved. But let's see, right? It just takes one state, honestly, to do it. And then game 3 plays out and the domino effect. And I think Trump's executive order from last week and these things will give the states more confidence, because if it's being done at the federal level, it makes it very easy for states to, talk to their constituents and other folks like, hey, we want to get this done and here's the benefits and yada, yada. But guys, I'm bullish. We're still in the bull market, not because of my feelings, but because of the data. And man, the global liquidity breakout that I'm seeing, that has me pumped, because it's the same story over and over. The tariff stuff, this and that is all noise. And maybe it's by design to distract the common man so they don't know how this all works. and that asset prices move with the money printer, guys. And count yourself lucky if you recognize that. There's a lot of people who don't know. They're watching Netflix right now. They're watching TV. Nothing wrong with those things, as long as you take time to do the research and educate yourself. And if you're trying to get financial freedom and better your life, it's not as simple as going and playing the lottery. I'm going to throw a bunch of numbers here. No, you need to understand markets. You need to understand what's happening with global liquidity, what's happening with interest rates, what's happening with the dollar, right? The DXY. You have to do the research. There's no way around it to get with the gist of what's happening here and to position yourself. And that is why the wealthy, they know this and they put themselves in assets, whether it be crypto, real estate, stocks, and their investments outpace the debasement and the inflation, right? Or even breaks even in certain years. But for the most part, it outpaces. And then people are like, why are these guys so rich and what's going on? Well, that's where you got to start doing your research. And look, you may say, well, Tony, if that's the case, why are we investing in crypto? It's as billionaire Paul Tudor Jones said in 2020, Bitcoin and crypto is the fastest horse in the race. Nothing moves like this market. Nothing gives you returns like this market, guys. And you just look at Bitcoin, it has outperformed all asset classes over the past 10 to 15 years. And then when you look at altcoins, which outperform Bitcoin, you see the opportunities. So guys, I hope you're zooming out and you're being patient and you're not being emotional. You're not looking at the price every hour of every day. It's okay to not look at your portfolio. I haven't looked at my portfolio for the past week and a half or 2 weeks because I know it doesn't look good right now in the short term. You know, I bought in December 2022, so my portfolio is up. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is up. I could take profits right now and it'll be incredible returns. But obviously, I know there's another leg up in this bull market in this year to the blow off top. And in the short term, it's down, right? From what we saw in Q4 of 2024. So guys, be patient. This thing is setting up for another blast off. All right, folks, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below. A great way you can support me in the podcast is by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It's on Substack. It's 100% free. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. And if you want to expand your crypto knowledge, learn about the market cycles and all the different aspects of crypto, check out my new course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course, and what makes it unique and very different from any other course out there, it features expert commentary from CEOs, founders, institutional investors, all curated for you guys, and they are breaking down the different aspects of the crypto market. Videos, full text write-up, downloadable materials, all packed into this course. A lot of value here, guys. You pay a one-time fee and you get lifetime access. You can go at your own pace and you can share the access with your friends and family. So if you'd like to learn more, go to mycryptocourse.com. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.